Capstone challenges are back in Diablo IV Season 11, but this time they're not so much the barriers that they were in the early game as much as milestones that kind of give you a sense of where you are in your build and your journey. Not to mention, it feels really good to earn it. Each capstone sort of feels like a moment where you prove that you're ready to go to the next step. One really nice thing about them is that they do have a recommended level, so you're not just aimlessly wondering when you should advance from normal to hard or hard to expert or expert to penitent. You can kind of get a good sense by how you do in the capstones, and you have a general idea of what level you should take them on. Another great thing about capstones is that they are not level locked, and by that I mean you don't have to be a specific level to do them. This really puts some choice in your hands. If you've got a build that you feel is really strong and you're feeling good about it, you can take on the level 30 capstone at level 20 or 25. If you clear it, great, you're well on your way to having a really strong build. If not, you can always take a step back, level up a little more, and then hit it again a little bit closer to the level. On the flip side, if you're struggling with your build and you're having difficulty clearing content, you can always over overlevel a little bit and, hit that 30 capstone at 35 or even 40. Also, it doesn't necessarily have to be based on build power. It can just be based on your preference. If you like to just blast and destroy everything really quickly, hit them all over leveled. If you like to prove that you've got skills and a strong build, then hit them all early. Either way, it adds an excellent element of player choice to the game that I'm really excited about. Another reason I'm really excited about having capstone challenges back in the game is because of their potential to support community-driven events. In the early game, when we had capstones, there was a budding community starting to form around speedruns for Diablo IV. Now, if you're not familiar with Diablo II, one of the things that really exploded Diablo II's popularity was speedrunning. In the early days of Diablo IV speedrunning, you would go until you completed a certain capstone, and there was different tiers of speedrun depending on which one you finished. So now we have potential to bring that back into the game, and it's a competitive area that doesn't necessarily involve having the uber gear for the end game of the pit and the tower. Again, community-driven speedrun events, the potential from having capstones back in is really big, and I, for one, am very excited to see what we can do with this. So, in summary, I think the capstones are great. I think they're really well implemented. They've got some interesting mechanics, and I think they're just generally going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to them being in the game.